There's another reason why I love this video. This fat kid dancing. He lost me my virginity. Yeah, really. It was junior year, and I was in a communications class, and we were studying internet trends. We were in a partner assignment, and I was partnered with this woman. Most beautiful woman in the class, easily. Maybe even the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. And long black hair, porcelain skin, kind of smile that made you feel important, masculine, like you knew why men and women are created in the first place. And I remember the day the partner assignments were handed out. And she looked at me with this kind smile that hid her subconscious disappointment that she was paired with this nobody. This quiet, plain nobody. But she was kind, more kind than anybody that I'd ever encountered. And I could talk to her easily, effortlessly. She had this idea that we could study the long-term effects of going viral. And she wanted to interview somebody that went through it. And we could have talked to literally anybody. I don't know why I said anything, but I said, you can interview me. And so we went to her dorm room to work on the project. And she had seen the video, of course, but we watched it a few times together. And she kept looking at me. And finally she asked, isn't this embarrassing? And I said, yeah. And she said, but you're immortal. You've made literally millions of people laugh. I never thought about it that way. Just like I made my mother laugh, I had entertained these people, even if it was ridicule. And I, in that moment, felt filled and not hollow. And yeah, happy. And I heard my mother's laughter, and her laughter got lost in a cacophony of millions of other people laughing. Lost. So I began to cry. She kissed me, softly. We made love while I cried. Awkward, clumsy, self-conscious sex. I tried to allow this experience to let me become the man that I knew I could be. I tried to just let it empower me, but I don't know. I couldn't finish. My awkwardness wouldn't allow me to perform. But she held me. She didn't use any of this in the project, and afterwards, I actually never saw her again. She transferred or something. But I always clung to the kindness that she showed me. Is it like this in Death's Other Kingdom? Walking alone at the hour when we are trembling with tenderness? Lips that would kiss form prayers to a broken stone. I tried, to connect, to put myself out there, but what if you don't have anything to put? I mean, we're not all built to be happy. We can't be. I'm hollow. I'm empty inside. And I've searched for some semblance of completion, but no matter how hard I looked, I can't find any. And no, that wasn't my only sexual encounter. I've had sex with 2 other people since. One, a girl I dated briefly 4 years later. Before that, a man. That's right. That's what happens when you're hollow. You search for anything to fill you, something that might fit. No pun intended. But after college, I thought that maybe I was gay after all. Maybe that's why I was never happy. I mean, I knew it wasn't right. I mean, I had no desire, but I wanted to try it. And when you're hollow, you're willing to try almost anything. So I tried it. Quick, like a Band-Aid. I went to this really hip gay bar, and I sat there hoping that somebody would find me. Somebody kind, like the porcelain lady. There were these men. They flirted with each other. Conversation that fizzed like champagne. Just not with me. So afterwards, I went to this seedier bar, and I felt more comfortable there. It was like a chat room, anonymous, with a certain level of shame in the anonymity. The man that finally found me, he wasn't kind, he wasn't porcelain, he was sandpaper. He didn't treat me with any fragility either. Came up, said he lived nearby, and grabbed my hand. The eyes are not here. There are no eyes here in this valley of dying stars, in this hollow valley, this broken jar of our lost kingdoms. This apartment was like mine, unfinished, anonymous. The sex hurt. I bled. It wasn't bad because I was with a man, though. Then I knew that I was just reaching. I knew that I wasn't gay. It was bad because he was like me. He was hollow. I've often wondered if sex with one of those witty, sparkling men would have tickled like champagne. In this last of meeting places, we grew up together in a void speech, gathered on this beach of a tumid river. My next encounter is with my girlfriend, Allison. I guess you can call her my girlfriend. I mean, even if the relationship was brief. She was pretty. Not remarkable. Quiet. Complex. I so looked forward to learning her, to deciphering her. She was a coworker in my first job after college. We dated for 3 weeks before we had sex. I could tell that she was turned off by my lack of masculinity, by my emptiness. Afterwards, she didn't return my calls, blocked me on Friendster. Yeah, that's right, kids. That time we interacted through a thing called Friendster. But it was then that I knew that even if there, by some miracle, could be love in my life, there'd never be passion. How could I do that to somebody that I loved?